Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Jana Talk podcast. I'm happy to see you. Today is Sunday, as every week. What we have English episodes, and I'm very thrilled to introduce you today's topic because it's really very practical, and I'm sure that every one of you, wherever you are watching, whatever job you are having, it will be really practical for you because today we will speak about HR topics, one of the some of the most pressing topics which you never are told from the HR managers. My today's guest is an HR manager who is originally from Kyiv, from Ukraine. She's been working in Prague, in the capital of the Czech Republic, and for more than 8 years, she's leading an HR department in IT international company. And today we're going to speak about topics like how to build a meaningful career without a burnout, because burnout we can really see nowadays very often, also by younger people. Secondly, we will speak about also what makes a true leader really great in 2025. Thirdly, what do recruiters actually look for in the candidates, and what are the red flags? So you can be also cautious when you go for an interview to some company. And fourthly, very practical tips, CV. CV is something what every one of us needs. So we will speak about what should be there, what not. We will speak about much more. Please, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you my today's guest, amazing Kateryna Kuzmenko. Hello, Kathy. Nice to see you.
Hi, nice to see you too.
Yeah, my earring has just dropped down, so it's too heavy for my ear. How are you today?
Great, it's sunny morning. Everything is fine. Thank
I'm
you.
so happy to have you here because we will speak about really practical tips from the HR world, which affects every one of us. So this is very perfect. You have been working in HR for more than 8 years. So tell me, how do you like working in HR?
Well, actually, my path as human resources started long before I actually became one because it's always about people. So people always fascinated me. How do they think? Why do they do that or this? How do they act? How do they react? And they always I am a good listener, so people like to tell me things. I was considering a path of psychologist, but actually, this path chose me, not an opposite. So I came here and I was covering a lot of different areas, but people, it's always about people. Every company, every position, every role, it's all about people. So people are everywhere and they are what makes things turn and world turn. So that's how it happened. And then it became my job. And actually, it's good to have a job you love. It feels like you never have to work again.
Oh, that's good. It's really nicely
Yeah.
said. It's like your wish has come true, right?
It's my hobby.
Mhm.
My hobby became my job.
So, and what do you like most about your profession? Because it's also about there are also some negative parts like firing people, which is also part of HR.
Yeah,
But hiring
definitely.
people is positive, working motivating. What do you like the most?
I like to see them grow. It's interesting to watch how person come into the company and from the position of IT, how a junior developer comes to the company and you see him or her evolve, um, gain new experience, new skills. Their eyes are burning. Sometimes, and it's a fact, long nights at the office, I had to actually tell people to go home and have rest because they are about, oh my god, I need to finish one more task and I'm gone. And I'm like, it's 11 p.m. Leave, please leave. I know why I'm here. I started later because I had a late meeting with the United States office. So but what, why are you here? I need to finish one more time. It's so cool. I can do crazy things. And it's so inspiring and it's so nice to see who they became now what expect them in the future. So it's always interesting to understand, like, mm, it's the path is never written. You can turn. People change directions, change professions, change. Well, in a development world, change from front end to back end, from QA to analyst. So it's always changing in this world, and it's interesting to see how it goes. Even me, 10 years ago, I wouldn't think I'll be a human resources anything. I was a human resource. So tempus fugit, life goes on, and just interesting to see how it goes.
I liked at the beginning when you said that the path has found you, that
Yeah.
you were thinking about being a psychologist, and then the path itself has shown to you.
Well, I was a human resources manager, was people partner long before this position even appeared in our company. I actually created it for myself as it happened.
Destiny, destiny.
Yeah, sort of.
Um, what are what are all fields which, well, you have mentioned what you do like in your profession. I really like the growth, that you are growth oriented, but also by the people. And is there something you don't like about your profession? What is a little bit more challenging, let's say?
As you mentioned before, of course, it's firing people. It's always like in our company, and um, what we love to do is make people feel comfortable. Make it's kind of um, people have a weird opinion about family type companies. It's like even when we're discussing it in a circle of human resources, uh, well, family type companies, it's a company where everyone does do everything and no processes, etc. But no, in our company, it really feels like family, but we have processes, we have it flowing, but people feel comfortable here, and it's always it bugs me to tell people that they have to go. So we try to avoid it. We try to give people chances, to teach them, to inspire them to evolve, to overcome some obstacles, to challenge themselves, because it's always about you being better than yesterday you.
Yeah.
Well, but this thing, like, I don't like tell bad things to people, like you're failing and you need to grow and you're failing again. So we try to you know to show the challenge and to pass to overcome the challenge for a person, even when we're saying goodbye. This is what I don't like.
Absolutely. I can imagine why.
Yeah,
It's not
but
very.
it's a good thing that even though our path is part, but we stay in touch, and people always are happy to come back if we call them.
So when we start about the positive thing, hiring people, uh, and preparing for interview, what should be listeners or viewers of this episode, or anyone who will be watching it in the future, what should be people be careful about, when before going to interview?
Well, preparation for an interview is hard because we're never closer to the perfect self on an interview, but um, when you see a perfect candidate without a flaw, it kind of tastes like plastic. It's not
Mhm.
real. So we are we are not $100 bill. No one must like us. But if you see a real person that is proud of the path of the person's past, and when a person is not afraid to show weakness or to tell about failure and to tell a story how did they grow after it, because it's never like, maybe you hear it every now and then, but it's life is never about the number of time you fail or fall. It's the number of time you stand up and go what matters. So uh, we all fail in small things, in bad things, but if you can show that you what you learned from that failure, or what you know now how not to do that again, not to repeat it, that's buying. If you before the interview, to prepare for it, you need to know why you want this job, not because just I need money. We all need money, but why this job, why this company, and it's always pleasant to understand that the person prepared, that the person read about our company, know what we actually do, what's what's our motto.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always pleasant, and it's always interesting how people see us, because person who has an opinion uh, is always more interesting than just like hire me because I'm good. When we are interested in our candidates, we're interested in what drive them, what who they want to become. Like it's a common question, um, who you see yourself in 5 years, but who you want to become. Because answers are so different. Some people are like, well, I want to become a senior developer. That's obvious. But some people say, I want to work for like 3 years and I want to change paths to another one because I'm interested in, or I want to quit and write a book, or I want to open a shelter, or like anything. And it's always interesting how this matches in people's head, like how they see this passage in front of them. And when you know what drives people, what is person's target, what they keep in mind, it's always easier to fit, to put the person in a place where uh, this candidate will become a piece of puzzle that fits.
Yeah.
So it's always my my suggestion. It's always keep it real and know yourselves. Because if you know yourself, you know your strong sides, you know your weak sides, and you know how to avoid failure or process it, then you'll be successful.
I loved how you were, well, when you were talking about the failures, because any time during the life can happen failures
Yeah.
in all spheres of our life. But I liked how you say, I will read it. I made a note that what you learned from the, yeah, what people learned from the failure, and also how many time did they not fail but also get up
Yeah.
and continue and do it differently.
Because like now, um, being a victim now is really popular, and if you are a victim, you won't just grow. You will stay in this not comfortable place of comfort. So we need to get up and make a step. Like what I learned from my experience, from jobs I had, from people I met, to achieve something, anything, being a billionaire, race horses, or uh, became an architect, or anything. You need to do only one thing. You need to walk. You need to make small steps. It's like entering cold water. You make a step, you feel it, how it's make yourself comfortable, and then you make another one and another one. If you make enough steps, you'll get there.
Yeah, step by step, and we get to the goals,
Yeah.
whatever we have it in life. I also liked when you mentioned that that the candidates that you are looking for, the candidates for the piece of puzzle which is missing in the team. So how are you? Because it's not only about, I guess, or I believe, not only finding the best candidate who has great abilities and great experience, but also that the person also fits into the team with his or her personality. So how do you also search like these candidates, like this soft skills which are hidden and need to be observed very quickly?
It's like, first of all, it's an interview. Um, it's the recruitment team who find those candidates who um, they are our point of contact. So a lot of candidates that won't fit because our recruitment team fits the company, fits the puzzle, so they know who we are looking for, and so it's not a rare thing when they come like asking, can you join the interview because we have doubts, because person acts weird, like they feel, there is a spelling. If you feel that something wrong, maybe it's not just the feeling, there is something wrong.
Yeah.
But we, as I told you, it's all about people. We are people, we have emotions. Maybe someone had a bad day, or a stressful morning, or anything, or flat tire on the way home. Anything can happen, and we just try to avoid being mistaken here. And then of course it's about communication. It's about asking questions. If you ask enough questions, and sometimes they are similar and they are about the same thing, but they are put differently. And if a person's still saying the same thing, well, it is there. It's the truthful answer. But if you ask five similar questions and you have five different answers, it's a red flag.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So of course, in this age, era of AI, of in infinite possibilities and information from every toaster, um, it's easy to choose wrongly. But we tried our best to do it right. So communication, sometimes testing, and it's always works because test shows how you see things. So
Hmm.
soft skills are really matter because um, one one wrong person can poison the pool.
Absolutely, absolutely. The negative, yeah, yeah, the negative thinking, the negative mind is dangerous into the team.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Not only to the team, but also to the customers. So
It
it's
is the team because we closely work with our clients, and um, our team always meet, like they work tightly with the client side, with the client's team. And of course, it's not pleasant to get an email like, hi, we have issues. It's the word I hate, issues, because it's or rarely it's an issue, it's a trouble.
so back to the interview. Is there something everyone should be careful about before going? Like, for example, I take as a basics coming on time, like properly dressed, these things, and be prepared on the company, like what the company, well, they should know why they want the job, right? What you mentioned as well. So, is there also something what helps you to what do you really like as an HR manager when you see the candidates when they show or when they say something?
Smile.
Mm,
It always, like, if we all are different. Some people are comfortable talking to strangers, some are not. and they are tight. You even see when the person is just tight.
Yeah.
And my job as an interviewer to relax this person, because it's really hard to talk, because when you feel that you make someone nervous, it makes you uncomfortable. So it's just um, I suggest people who has like fear of public speaking or communicating with strangers, just take a mirror and tell your story to yourself. Make yourself
Yes.
sound comfortable, because uh, when it's a relaxed conversation, everyone feels better, and if you make people feel better around you, people want to be around you. So it's a thing that always help. uh, and other than that, know your thing. No one knows you better than you do. So know your thing, know yourself, know your strong sides. Like um, if you're a good storyteller, tell your story. If you have amazing hard skills, tell us. Because sometimes you just, it's like you pull the rope from a person, and it's like, why would I? If you don't want to share, so maybe there is nothing to share. And it's always, it's always two-way street. So be open, be relaxed, and be confident.
I think maybe now I have a feeling or idea that maybe it can be connected with some kind of role playing, that people when they go to an interview it's official for them, so that's why they are not there. They're not, might not, I'm not speaking about all of them, but some of the people, that some of them might not feel I don't know, comfortable because it's something official and they want to appear nicely, positively, in their best scenario, in their best way to show up. So
But it's better to be your better self every day and be comfortable
absolutely,
in this role.
yeah.
Because when you are, um, you know yourself. The main thing in life, not an interview, not in at work. The main thing in life is know yourself. When you know yourself, you will be comfortable in being interviewed by the president.
Anyone,
It
yeah,
doesn't matter who, because it's you who is being interviewed.
absolutely.
So it's just the thing we can do. The thing I did is train yourself to speak. If you're afraid to speak publicly, go, I don't know, acting courses, speaking clubs, anything that will help you open. If you don't know how to tell your story, we have amazing tools. GPT chat, please use it. It can help you just tell your story and read about yourself. And it's always interesting to um, give facts, give chronology, and then just read your story. Like, I'm pretty damn good.
Oh yeah.
So it's just, we have anonymous number of tools. We just can use them, and the people should use them.
When you were speaking now about the exercise, I did a course for AI, amazing course by the way. It's there will be special episode for this. I'm looking forward in
Looking
Czech, but
forward to
also in
it.
English. Yeah, yeah, it's really awesome. And one of the first topics what or homeworks or tasks what we were supposed to do was put info about us to ChatGPT. Those who didn't work before with ChatGPT, they had to write something. Because I worked with ChatGPT for a long time, I didn't write anything. But we asked ChatGPT to prepare a story about us, like introduction, so we can read it to all of those other students. I was impressed what he, well, I am calling him he, the ChatGPT, what he wrote, and it was like, wow, I would not write something like this about myself, but it's so nice to hear it.
Well, there is a prompt I read it somewhere, and it's interesting experience also, to ask GPT based on everything you talk to it, him, her, whatever, um,
Yeah.
to describe you with one word, just one word, and then ask it to explain why this word. And it gives a pretty amazing answer.
Wow, I will try it after our
Okay.
interview. I
I
wonder
can
what
send
will.
you the prompt.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I want. Yeah, definitely. We can also leave the prompt here under the video for all of you who are watching, if it's
Yeah.
okay with you, Kathy,
Okay.
because this is definitely, I think, not only me but also
No,
other
it's
people
it's
will be
really
benefiting.
interesting because you ask different things, like even I don't know, receipt for some dish, or a right instrument to do something at work, or find some interesting facts about some topic, and it just summarizes everything for the whole time you used it, and it gives you one word, and
Wow,
it's really cool.
I'm looking forward to try this.
Okay,
I will let you know
tell me
then.
afterwards.
What the ChatGPT told me or wrote me. So yeah. Well, when we speak about ChatGPT, actually, it's a great tool. I would say also for preparation for interview,
Yeah.
right? For the questions for the companies.
You
So,
can
do you
even
have any?
ask, I'm
Mhm.
sorry for interrupting, you can
It's
even,
okay.
to prepare yourself for an interview, you can tell your story, you can um, adjust your CV to this position. You can, because, for example, from a IT sphere, um, we're looking for front end development, but there are so many front end technologies, and there are so many shades and hands and things you do not put to React JS, because things like wider than just one technology. So you can put the job description and your CV to ChatGPT and ask him to adjust your CV according to this position, to use your stronger skill to show your stronger side. Um, and it also helps.
Wow, this is a great tip for anyone. This is very super. And do you have any other amazing tips,
Um,
practical tips?
the next step is actually try the interview. You can also ask
Yeah.
ChatGPT to interview you for this position if you can get more details about the project or the company, or uh, what you will actually do this particular position. That would be great, and then you will be ready. You will have answers to basic questions, and it will take the edge off,
When we speak about the questions in the interview, I remember from the past, but in my life I haven't heard it, luckily, but there might be some people who heard it, that there are some sensitive questions which might not be asked, but actually companies are interested in. For example, age is a sensitive topic. If they are too young or too old, or women around having a kid, and then also some other sensitive topics. How do you deal with the sensitive topics with the candidates? Do you just ask them, or you see
it's
them so you don't need to ask?
it's normal question. Well, one time we had and we actually hired the guy who looked younger than 16, but he just
Oh,
looked younger. He was 20 something, but like it was like, are you Dorian Gray, or what? What's going on? But
Dorian Gray.
other than that, we do not actually care. Like, of course, we have a client from Middle East, and it's about uh, well, it's about sex. It's better to put men to this project,
Mhm, mhm.
but it's just an exception, and it's we have girls working there. So it has some technicalities that, wrinkles that need to be ironed, but other than that, okay, you have a skill set. We had people over 60 working for
Right.
projects, and we had people, we hired 18-year-old guy because he's a genius, but don't tell him I told him because he will be too proud. But it's like, who cares? We in our company, it's like in a family. Well, it's all about we all will be old, we all were young. So it's all about skills, about your wish to work, about how you see it. Okay, you have a kid. Great, congrats. We can work remotely. So work.
Perfect.
It's never a problem. It's like it's not a sensitive subject here. Nothing sensitive about it for us.
Super, super.
And
It's
it's
great.
a
I think it. Sorry, so go
no,
on.
it's just if a company is really not hiring females, or if you have a kid, or if I don't understand the age thing at all. So it's their loss, not the achievement.
Yeah, actually, what I heard from more more companies, from more managers, that women on maternity leave who are working with or with kids, let's say with kids, not maternity leave, but after with kids, they are more loyal and more efficient than people without kids because they are really working hard. Um, I'm speaking about like mixed employees because I believe that you have more men employees, right? Because
We
it's IT
do,
sector.
but it's just because it happened that technical part closer to men, because like we have different projects. We have projects connected to big sport events. We had project connected to cars. Like, I'm into cars. I love cars, but I have no idea how does the engine work. I know theoretically, but like, it doesn't matter to me. It works, it's great. So that's it. The guys are more into this stuff, it's more close to them. So yeah, now I see that the market changed a lot because a lot of girls went to IT, and it's great. But I think what you said about people with kids and loyalty is more about when you have a kid, you develop this feeling more because you basically have a creature, helpless creature that needs help with everything, and you just love it. And it's a different level. It's not good or bad, it's just as it is. You you sense this feeling of loyalty on a different level. It's like having a pet,
Hmm.
or anything helpless, a plant, anything that depend on you completely. So it's a different level, and when you grow this feeling inside of you, you it grows everywhere.
Yeah.
And of course, um, it's good. Like loyalty, it's always a two-way street. If company is loyal to employees, they will be loyal back. If company gives people a sense of purpose, if company shows that people are valuable to it, it will always be mutual. Because if you show person that the person is matters in so many ways for the project, for the company, for the team, uh, when you celebrate wins, when you show the progress, when you let the person grow, it always helps, it always works, and it always keep this person in. that's what we do.
I like how you think about employees and the team. That in some huge corporation, people might feel as a number, but how you are talking about people, the team, um, you have a different view to it, which is great.
Yeah, it's a process that maybe that's why I'm here, because even though we have more than 150 people in more than 20 countries, and connecting those dots, it's an art, because what matters or what works with people from Azerbaijan won't work for people from Brazil. It's two different worlds. They have um, different characters, different um, cultures, different religions, everything. And it's always nice to see them work together, or, for example, joining an online event for all the company, and they, um, we had this birthday radio show for a company. The company is 9 years old, um, and it was interesting how do they interact, people who never saw each other because they work in different departments, but they are like cheers, and it's so cool. So yeah, when people matter, they feel it.
Yeah, that's. I think it's important for the team feel that they are appreciated by the company,
Yes, and
because then they work more, even if they feel
they want to
valued.
work.
Yeah, 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 exactly.
And about huge corporations, it's about like culture is a popular word, but if you do not mean anything by it, it's just a word, it's just an empty sound. So if you have 1,500 people or 15,000 people, the culture must be the same for everyone. It's respect, it's protection, because people have to feel safe in their working environment. People need to be seen even if they work remotely. Uh, People need to feel the like uh, when you do something, you need to understand why this is important. And it doesn't matter what you do, but the company must show employees that what they do is important and why. This is being like um, human resources is a partner of business. Every company has purpose, target, etc. So the one of things we do is showing people why what they do matter.
Mhm.
And when they see, I don't know, some World Cup on TV and like, I did it. How cool is that? Or they buy a car and they know that part of this car is what they did. Or I don't know, they buy train ticket and they know that this train was produced on a factory that they created software for, or they use a fridge and it was produced with their help. It's amazing, and it's important to show them what they do matter, and if what you do matters, you will do it.
Absolutely. You see more value in it. Yeah, it's more important. So another topic which is connected to what you were mentioning is finding purpose, and finding career path which you really like, because some people are having jobs which they do only for money, but they don't like it. So now also it happens when I observe in the market, let's say, is that they do some activities, but then they feel uh, they for example also had burnout or almost burnout, so they have to change the type of job to start their career again. What would what would you recommend to people who are searching for their career path, whatever age they are, because they can be 20, 30, 40, but even 50, and they want to change the path, but they don't know how?
Well, first of all, any GPT or any AI can come to help here is finding your strong sides, your strong skills. Because, for example, um, I used to work in a bank, and it was a nice place, calm, peaceful. It was a routine. You knew that tomorrow will be as today, and today is the same as yesterday. It was like we came at 9, we left at 6, nothing major. And I have an ex colleague of mine who was a great employee in a band, but it wasn't enough for her. And she started looking and looking. It was before AI, anything. And now she's one of the most wanted masseuses in Prague.
That's who says?
Yeah, she makes massage.
Amazing. Oh,
Yes, and
amazing.
she
She's
has
in Prague. That's
lied.
good to know.
Yes, and the line to her is for weeks because she no she does it's not love, it's adoration. She adores what she do, and she's
Mhm.
amazing in it. And she's it's always when I call her, she's like, I have another course. I study this. I study that. She never stops because it makes her happy. It inspires her. Um, it energizes her. So um, now it's easier to find what makes you click, and if you can make it your job, you will never have to work again. You'll
Yeah,
just get money for your hobby, uh, or it's not not for everyone, I guess, because some people are just learning, and age doesn't matter here. You cannot know what you want to do when you're 20, and the same may happen to a person who's 50.
yeah.
But if you start telling your story, it may be just notes on a sheet of paper or AI or notes in your phone. Eventually, you will find a thing that, like, yeah, I like doing that. Like, for example, my uncle, um, he started painting and he's amazing. And he was 60 when he started. And he was surprised himself. He's not Ivazovsky yet, but he is on the way. He also started running marathons after 50. And he actually became, I don't remember, if fifth or sixth runner in the world.
How?
So just start looking and eventually you will find. And about burnouts, it's a really common thing now. And there are um, it's a matter of purpose as well. Like, for example, you can be, I don't know, cleaner or I don't know, sales guy, shop guy, or a courier. You need to know why you do this.
Mhm.
You can enjoy it, or you can put it as as a step on your way. It gives you money to do something. It gives you money to rent an apartment, or to buy food, or to learn something new. Because I know a guy who is a courier, but when he's delivering food, he's listening to courses and he's plan. It's just a step on the way, and he's taking it as a step on the way. So um, if you feel that you are on the way to burnout, you need to set boundaries. Like, your work is 8 hours a day, 6 hours a day, no matter what. Other than that, you need to find yourself. Meditation, reading, no phone, no scrolling because it's just an empty time. Um, walking, sport, feeling your body, going to theater, changing focus to anything but work. If you're in if you work at the office and you have just sitting position all the day, there is a technique. It's called Pomodoro.
Pomodoro.
Yeah,
Can you? I heard about it, but I forget. Could
it's
you?
like you have a task and you work it for 25 minutes, and then you have 5 minutes of different activities: stretching, walking,
Oh, okay, okay.
anything. For some people, it's 25 minutes. Like they claim, and they have actually proof. It was a long time ago. I don't remember the particulars, but they say that 25 minutes is the top time you can focus on one task, and then you need a change of picture. So for some people, it's 45 minutes, and then you can have 15 minutes walk or something. So. Um, Now it's more like even um, not sitting because you can, I don't know, raise your desk or lower it.
Oh yeah,
And
you have the smart
yeah,
desk. I need to
it's cool
also.
because sometimes when you have a long meeting, you're just tired of sitting, so you can stand up. You
Oh
can
yeah.
stand up. Some people are even having this walking pad under the table, so during the meeting they're actually walking, and it's cool. So just um, see the opportunities inside your box, so to say. Um, that's what helps.
Hmm. I think that the burnout can happen also when you do what you love, when you do not do have set up the boundaries what you mentioned, and also when you don't have time for your like yourself and also other activities that you put too much effort and too much energy in the passion what you have.
Well,
So it's that other danger.
what we can do from our side is actually like if you see that the person burned out, this you know a motivational thing like let's punch it, it won't work because the person doesn't have energy to punch it.
Yeah.
But what will work is I see you have too much on your plate, so how can we help? You're not
Mhm.
alone, you're never alone. So um, maybe, and we have actually in as a rule in a company that we can forcibly send a person to a vacation, like 2 days vacation, 3 days vacation, because we see that the person is out.
Oh, so you can force the person to have a
Yeah,
vacation. Like you can tell them just take vacation, take days off, 2 days off, and
we put it in
get
our
rest.
policy because um, when in the development world, when most of the day you see the black screen with colorful letters, it's interesting, uh, but it's it may become boring,
Hmm.
and even um, when you see this screen all the day, you may start feeling as you're in a box. And our job as human resources is open this box,
Hmm.
show that there are things in this world that are not limited by the screen. What I suggest to people who feel they're burning out is actually visualize what bugs them. Right, take a sheet of paper, take a pen, and write what's wrong with you, with this world. What do you feel? Because when you visualize it, it's easier to conquer. Because when you just have, I don't know, have bad mood, you're tired, etc. It's just words. But
Hmm.
you are tired of what? You're tired physically, mentally. Your brain is empty, but your body is full of energy. and still you can't do anything. You can't start. Um, Sometimes people are burned out because they want to change, but they can't. And the main question is why.
Mm-hmm.
And here, also, the person needs to be brutally honest with himself, because the why is the main question. Are
Yeah.
you afraid to start? You don't know where to start or what? And when the person has the answer, it's a game changer, because the issue goes and you are left with an answer and you know what to do with it.
Have you ever worked with employees sorry, who experience burnout?
Yeah, a lot. We all had COVID. And actually, it was interesting time when we were on lockdown and we were office only company, and it was like, okay, what to do, and it did to people interesting things, because I was at the time, one of my responsibilities was checking time logs of people, and it was not a rare thing when you see time tracking starts at 3 a.m. 3 a.m. And the guy was working with a client from United States, and I'm like, I call him and I ask him, is everything okay on the project? Why are you working at 3 a.m.? He's like, well, it doesn't matter to us when people work. If he's okay with it, he can work at 3 a.m. And he's like, well, I'm a no. I don't like early mornings. I don't like working during the day, and it's fine by me. So I start at 2, at 3. It doesn't matter to a client. They're happy because I'm online, and everything is fine. And we actually had also, when the COVID kicked, we actually had a scheduled meeting at 1 a.m. because we didn't know what to do with our time. You have four walls and a laptop, and you can't go anywhere. So what you do, you work. But after several weeks, we understand that this is the path down the hill. So we started changing it. We started like making boundaries and keeping them. That's the important part.
Yeah.
So we rescheduled our meetings. We made them shorter, but we started including all of the team in it, so they would feel this, what we had when we were at the office. Feel the shoulder of your colleague. So yeah, that's how we overcame it. And when lockdown ended and we came back to the office, it was like, when you come back to school after summer break, like, dude, I haven't seen you for a while. So it was fun. But yeah, we did. That's how we did it.
I like how you cooperated with the team, that they didn't feel alone in this crazy period of time. That they could depend on you and on other team members. It's really great what you did.
Thank you.
So, so we spoke about interview. We spoke about a little bit also about AI, and you had the really great tips. And also we spoke about CV. I have one more question regarding the CV. In nowadays time when everyone can upgrade their CV in with the help of AI, with ChatGPT or some other platforms. Um, how do you recognize that something in the CV is overestimated, that it's not actually true, what like from the experience, or from that it's too that it's not the right information, that it's like more positive, or like that the person put their higher experience than actually he or she did
You ask
have.
questions. That's the only
Yeah.
thing you can do. You ask questions and you see answers. Like, for example, um, uh, what we saw. We saw people who had 6 different jobs in 3 years, and it was just a money chaser. Even though he had good skills, but what he did, uh, he went into the company. He learned there, no doubt, but then he went to the interview of the other company, and they offered him more money. So he comes to this company, say like, I have an offer from another company with more money, more money, more money, but he wasn't ready to dive into the company, to become a part of the company. He was just uh, he was there just for money. So when we are asking him like, um, what do you want to achieve, who you want to become, like what's your plan for next 1 year, 5 years, any amount of time, he doesn't know because all he thinks is USD. So if it's the technical part, you one of we have human resources interview, of course, first touch, but then you have a technical interview. And if your CV is just nice words, it will be easily discovered by a technical guy who actually did that. So sometimes it's rare thing, but sometimes we have live coding for developers. If an interviewer has doubts, or if,
Mm-hmm.
for example, um, the technology is tricky or the project is tricky, we can put an NDA with the candidate, and we ask to provide some live coding session, and it always shows.
Mm-hmm.
And we
Perfect.
actually like it's interesting because we try to work with India. It just not about the country in general, but it didn't work because of time difference. It was really hard
Yeah.
when managers had to start at 6 to catch developers, and then they had to end at 9. It was a mess, so it didn't work because of that. But we had a case when one guy passed an interview and we gave an offer, but the other guy came to work, and we're like, you are not the person we were interviewing. He's like, I am. And we had to re-interview him, and it was crazy. And we were like, what? How do you do that? Why would you do that? So yeah, that's interesting case.
Oh, shit.
Um
That's really crazy.
yeah,
So somebody did interview for him, and
yes.
then he.
Yeah. So people are crazy sometimes, and they do crazy things, but um if as I told before, keep it real. You are good at something, find this something. It's hard sometimes, and that's why I suggested GPT chat as an instrument to write to better, to make your CV better, or to know yourself better, because um, we live with ourselves our whole life. We know ourselves the whole life, and what we do, what we are best about, it's normal for us. For someone else, it's like, wow, how do you do that? But for us, it's something we do. It's nothing special, it's normal. And that's why it's hard for us to, sometimes, to know what we are best at, because it's normal. And just every person who think that there is nothing special about me, they need to know that it's not true, because there is something you do the best in this world, but it's just normal for you, not for everyone else.
I like how you describe it because everyone is unique, right?
Yeah.
So unique abilities and positive sides. You also mentioned that you cooperate a lot with foreign countries, like different countries all over the world. from India, America, and and also there is a lot of time differences between the countries. So how do you deal with time difference and also culture differences, because the culture differences might be sometimes challenging in working in the team,
You keep it interesting. If you're curious and you ask questions, like um, curiosity is really buying thing. If person sees that you are interested in him or her, uh, if you want to know them better, if you want to know their culture, they will open up from a different angle, from different side. They will want to tell you, show you, get you involved. But the tricky part is it need to be from the heart, because it's if you can't fake interest, because if you're faking interest you won't remember answers and it will be just another failure. So if you're truly interested in it, it will work. For example, now we are partially remote company, so people mostly work from home. I work from home sometimes. And we are not like, we do not have tight schedule. I have meetings that I must attend during the day, of course, but other than that, I can start at 6 and have first meeting then, and then I can have a break, and then I can have another meeting at 8, and it's normal. And this is the beauty of it, because I can regulate my work. For example, I can work more today, and I can um, have early evening tomorrow. It's about the result. I do not care. Uh, I do care, of course, but what I mean, like, if my team start working earlier or later, um, but they do their job and the results are great, I do not care when to start. Do they start or when do they leave job in the evening? It doesn't matter. The result is matter. Their happiness is matter, because if they're happy in my team, in this company, that's what matters. They will do great. We will do great, because it's a team effort. So that's how it works.
right? And how do you work with situations that are challenging? That, for example, I can imagine that working in this online environment can be sometimes challenging because of the time differences. So, like, sometimes can appear some difficult, I don't know, difficult communication barriers between the different nations or people from different nations. So, how do you deal with these situations?
Well, as I told you about the culture in our company, it's a family. So in a family, you always, if two people want to understand each other, eventually they will. Sometimes, and it's a weird thing, but we all have this. And it always surprises me, but I am often involved in this situation. We rarely have them, but we do, and they speak about the same thing with just different words, and they can't hear each other. And I'm like, right, again. So you need to listen both of them, or three of them, or how many you have. Um, and sometimes, if, due to those differences, cultural, uh, like they even, uh, English is not our first language. So they just learn to speak about something with different words, and those words means different things to them. So it's just a language barrier plays sometimes as well. So what I do, I talk to each of them. I got their story, then I process it, like I understand what's the issue here, and then I put them together and we speak. and we come to a common decision about the situation. And it's not a rare thing when they're just, huh, so we actually agree about the thing. We're not on opposite sides of the thing. So it's just you listen, you process, and you work with it.
Okay, great.
Well, if I
Um,
just I'll finish. It's um, in a dream world it will be the case always, but yes, sometimes people have um, arguments that are not, we can't overcome them. Then we have different projects. We just separate them and work further. They just not in connection. And sometimes it happened that they start talking and they overcome it by themselves.
Great. Thank you for sharing this info. Another topic what I wanted to ask you is about what makes true leader really great nowadays. Do you have any tips for managers and leaders? What can do they better?
Well, it's always about the curiosity, and what I really value about people myself is not being afraid to fail, is not being afraid to ask questions and to show that you don't know something, because at the end of the day is not about being the smartest guy in the room. It's just be yourself, be your your better self. So I value people that are not afraid to ask questions and to show that they do not know something, but they are ready to learn. I value people that can ask for help, and it's always important, because we had a situation when we had a deadline for a project at December 31. And at the end of November, the guy who was a star in the project, he got a task and he couldn't do it for 3 weeks. And he
Mm,
was so proud that he couldn't tell his manager that I can't, I don't know how to do that, because he's so cool, he's a top. And in 3 weeks, like, we have deadline like right ahead of us, we're seeing it and we're about to fail. And he finally, it wasn't like he said, we had to take it out of him that he can't do this task. And what we do in our company, we always can figure out how to fix something if we know about it. And it wasn't a problem at all. We found a guy who did this task for 3 hours, 3 weeks, and 3 hours. And it wasn't a problem at all. And if we would know about it, then we would find this guy 3 weeks ago. So the guy was punishing himself about not being able to fix it, to do the task. He was hiding it from the team and from the manager. He was nervous, and the manager was nervous. Everyone was nervous because we have a week to finish everything, and it was for nothing. So the truth is important, and it's always
yeah,
also a two-way street. So, what makes a leader? Uh, there is a difference between boss and a leader. Leader is the one who takes the team and lead it towards the success. Boss is just the one who stays behind until you go there to success. So, what makes leader a leader is being truthful, is loving what you do and showing people why do we do this, not you, but we do this. It's being
oh yeah,
involved, is making people understand that their impact matters, that what they do, even if it seems a small thing, but without a small thing, this car won't drive, this skyrocket won't fly. Without small things, we won't get anywhere. So make people feel valuable, value them truly, not just on words. Uh, don't say empty words like we'll be fine, we'll grow old together and die the same day. No, we can part, but we are still will be great. Don't take, we all have troubles, but don't make it personal
Mhm.
because we are not surgeons. And if something will even fall or break to pieces, no one will die. But if you break trust or you will become personal with someone, it you can't roll back. Trust can be just restored.
No, that's right. How do you cope with situations when you are exhausted or frustrated from some situations? What do you do to prevent the situations, firstly, and secondly, when it happens, how do you deal with the situations?
Well, what helps me is being calm. What indicates for me a strong person is calmly taking uh, hits or hard situations or anything. If if I will go hysterical, I can. I am a human being. But what would be the outcome of it? Nothing.
Oh, but not hysterical, but
I
frustrated. That's different.
or
Yeah.
I can be frustrated with something, but we need to get the job done. And well, frustration may be different. Like for me, it's like it makes me work thing faster. But what helps me like keeping it even is I discovered it not so long ago is my morning. I am an early bird. I wake up early. I meditate. I walk my dog. I have this time where no one is touching me because like I don't want to be touched in the morning. But this my time lets me taking it easy. So about frustration is a weird thing because I really get frustrated. I can be worried. I can like I understand the seriousness of the situation, but we're not certain. No one will die, so we have time to figure it out and process it, and everything is fine.
Perfect.
Um, it's it's important. Like what helped me before, and it helps me now. You need to value the situation. If this situation that makes you irritated, angry, upset today will matter in 1 year,
Good
you
example.
can be frustrated, etc., etc. But if it won't matter in 1 year, you won't remember about it. It won't like hold a sword on you. Why why having a bad day? So seeing this perspective allows me to just become.
Perfect. I really liked how you described also your daily morning routine.
Thank you.
So do you have any also evening routine which calms you down from the hectic day before you go to sleep?
Remember the dog?
Oh,
Well, activity with my dog actually, um, it's like what I do. I finish my work and I walk the dog, of course. So it's just a switch between mental activity and physical because we play, we run, train, and then I have my evening routine with some journaling or meditating or cinema or meeting friends or etc. So it's always different. Like um, what my morning is the thing that I must do. I decided that I must do this list of things. In the evening, I can relax, and I'm open to propositions. So, and of course, like eight hours of sleep sound like a dream, but at least seven. That's what helps.
Sounds good. 7 is good. So I have one more HR topic question before I ask you short
Okay.
questions, easygoing questions. The one of the most pressing also HR questions every employee is solving through his or her life is saying asking for the
Yeah.
raise in the company if the person is working for the company a long time. So, what would you recommend to people who are working in companies for a longer time and they would like to higher their income? Is there any advice from you?
Well, is not asking would be nice. Not asking, but suggestion, because um, when you ask is a weak position. You know yourself. You can suggest. You um, you make a list of your strong skills. You make a list of your progress for a year or whatever period you see fit. And you can actually, the best case I had is when manager came to me with a presentation, and it wasn't a demand or a threat, either you will give me a raise or I will leave, but it was actually a good presentation that I um, for the last year I grew this the list of things the person grew at. um, for the last year I achieved, and I had a list of achievement, and I know those achievements because we work together in the same company. And the person checked the market, and uh, she knew the level she can get, but she didn't want to leave this company. So the suggestion was, I would like to have this level of compensation. Uh, and the question was how and when and by which steps we can come to this. What I need to
This is
do.
the right
So
approach.
this is
Hmm.
the best approach, I think. Because when you ask without any like motivation under it, it's just, well, I'm such a good person. Why don't you want to pay me more? It's nice, but it's weak. But I am
It is.
professional in this, and this. My skills grew from this level to this level for this period of time. And in the same period of time, it will be at this level. So uh, when you visualize it, it puts a person to the position of strength and
Mm.
confidence and calmness, because asking
Oh
is
yeah,
always like put you in a nervous spot. But suggestion is it's just um, a communication of two equal personalities.
mm. Love this tip. Definitely, I believe that this would be valuable for anyone who is working for a long time in some company and is solving this. So now I have prepared for you short, easygoing questions,
Okay.
Kathy. Are you
Yeah.
ready? So, what brings you the greatest joy?
When I see, when you put effort into something, like for example, um, I came here a long time ago, and I created a lot of processes inside of the company. And the thing that people usually are afraid to do is to let go, because when you create something, it becomes close to you, and it's just like, but it's so nice to have it here. And the art of being a manager is to let go and to see this process just flow, and it's so cool. Like now, I'm not involved into closing the month because it's a regular nightmare, because people like, oh, I forgot to track time. Oh, I forgot I had a sick leave. Oh, I forgot I had a vacation, but I actually worked because the client asked. And all these small questions, that they are like, they are small, but when you have 152 small questions, you just become a bit pissed, you know. So now it just works. It flows, and it's so nice to just watch the river flow, not to just swim in it. So this is great. I like when um, we have reviews on for company on many platforms, and it's always nice when candidates are checking them and they're telling that I see that those reviews are real. So it warms you, you know, because people are actually
Yeah.
writing nice things because they think, and it's like not just, ah, it's a cool company, nice to work here, and that's it. They are telling stories. This is the story of the company, and it's cool to read it.
Very nice. So, how do you cope with stress and exhaustion? You mentioned it a bit.
Well, it's actually the routine I have is changing focus between work um, and personal life, because the thing I told you about the COVID, when we had scheduled meetings at 1 a.m., it was the thing we weren't ready for. When you work at the office, it's easy. You close the laptop, you walk out of the office, and that's it. The work is done for today. But when you work at home in your personal space, it was really hard to separate your working space from your personal one, because you wake up and you see your laptop, and this is the working space. You live in it. Um, and it was the challenge. That's why we set those boundaries, and like we ended the day. Meeting ended and the day is ended, and it's actually a responsibility of everyone to choose that this is the minute I end my working day today. And stress is, as I told you, it's the understanding that if this situation, what makes you stressed, won't matter in 1 year or 2 months or even a week, so why stress? Because the thing, people don't, well, it's hard to understand for everyone, and for me as well. It was hard to understand that your mood, your stress, everything is like a clothes. You choose to, bless you,
Pardon.
you choose
True.
to
Take your
wear. So don't wear stress. If you have stressful situation, you just create a way out of it. And if you create enough um, variations of going out of stressful situations, you will just have a map. You don't need to stress, you have a map. You choose a path and you walk down it. That's it.
Okay. Sharing. Amazing. What's your favorite color?
Red one?
Red.
I
Mm-hmm.
think today it is
Um. Do you prefer
the
coffee
coffee.
or tea? Mm-hmm. Cup coffee or cup espresso? I can't say pronounce it. Espresso or
Espresso.
cappuccino? Mm-hmm. Okay. What would be your favorite
So,
vacation?
as much as I can
Okay.
get.
Some favorite. Some favorite country?
Italy.
Uh-huh.
Italy is
Beautiful.
because I have this story when I needed to attend an event in Napoli, and I was in a room with a woman who doesn't speak English, and I don't know Italian. And somehow using hands, because Italians are all about speaking with hands, we agreed that
Uh-huh.
she will drive me tomorrow to Napoli and then pick me up on the way back. And when her son came and told me that he found a driver that will pick me up, and I explained to him that your mother will actually drive me. And he was like, do you speak Italian? No. He's like, Mom, no. So if you can agree and on something with a person who just wants to understand you, who is eager to help you, it's a good country, you know?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very pleasant and good choice. Good choice. Italy is amazing. So, what is your greatest source of inspiration and energy?
My path. Challenges I overcame.
Mhm. Good. What what quality do you like in
Truthful.
others?
Being truthful.
Uh-huh.
It's sometimes hard,
And what do
but
you? Uh-huh.
it's real.
Yeah, you know where you are standing. To be open. I also prefer it.
It's
What?
about freedom. Like we live in a free
Yeah.
world, and I am free to express my opinion if I'm asked, of course, because if you express your opinion without being asked, it's just person who speaks of nothing. But if I ask a question about myself, for example, and I hear the truthful answer, it's great, even if I don't
Mhm.
like it. But it let me grow. And an opposite,
Yeah.
if I'm truthful about something, it's my opinion. I have right to it. This is my rightful thing to do. So it's about freedom, freedom to be yourself.
And is there any quality you dislike?
Not being truthful. I hate lies.
Okay, good. Before we finish, is there any message you would like to share with anyone who is watching or listening to today's episode?
It's as I told you from the beginning. I think um, if you want to achieve something, you need to do one thing. You need to walk. You need to make small steps, and to the trick is to make those steps every day, to be honest about yourself, about what are your strong sides and what are your weak sides, and respect both of them because they are who makes them who you are. So small steps.
Okay, thank
Thank
you very
you.
much for being here, and that you for your time, amazing tips, really practical tips, and inspiration. I'm really happy that were here or that you are here today.
It was pleasant.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I also thank you for watching today's episode and also watching and following Jana Talk podcast. Um, if this episode inspired you, feel free to share it with your friends who might need to hear something, some secrets from HR world to grow and to get more inspiration. If you also liked it, please give it a like and follow. And I'm looking forward to seeing you next week. Wish you a wonderful day and see you soon. Bye bye.